Hi, good afternoon. I am early today. I usually record my blogs in the evening, but since I'm not too loaded today, I I am having it done early in the afternoon of March 19. I am a lover of poetry, and this time I'm going to share with you, recite for you an old poem written by a woman who was not only a poetess but also a philanthropist. The woman's name is Adelaide Ann Proctor, who was born on October 30, 1825 in UK, London, United Kingdom. And she was born to a father, or she was born to a family of uh, poetry lovers. Her father was very fond of writing poetry, and her mother uh, encouraged her or inspired her to also do as the father was doing. And so Adelaide uh, got so much interested in writing poetry and had her first work early had her first early work published in Household Works, a publication by Charles Dickens, and she had it published under a pseudonym, uh, Miss Berwick. But not long after, Charles Dickens discovered the true identity of Adelaide, and the more works of Adelaide were published in the more popular periodicals of Charles Dickens. Um, she also published a two-volume work of hers entitled Legends and Lyrics. And aside from writing poetry or poems, she was also a very dedicated and committed philanthropist and an advocate of women's rights, women's equality. She wanted women to be equal in the opportunity to give equality to women in the opportunity to be employed, to own property, and to be educated. But this brave woman did not live long to continue her advocacy for women, as well as to continue communing with her muses through the poems which she could have written. She could have written more poems, but that she could have written if she did not die early on. And she died at the age of 39. And I would like to give tribute to this woman through reviving perhaps one of her poems and sharing it with you. Hopefully, I can give justice to the poem, and I hope that I can definitely recite it with passion. This is such a beautiful poem, and I want women like me to also savor the beauty of this poem. Here is the poem. Fidelis by Adelaide Ann Proctor. You have taken back the promise that you spoke so long ago. Taken back the heart you gave me. I must even let it go. Where love once has breathed pride diet, so I struggled, but in vain. First to keep the links together, then to piece the broken chain. But it might not be so freely. All your friendship I restore, and the heart that I had taken as my own forevermore. No shade of reproach shall touch you. Dread no more a claim from me. But I will not have you fancy that I take myself as free. I am bound by the old promise. What can break that golden chain? Not even the words that you have spoken or the sharpness of my pain. Do you think because you failed me and drew back your hands today, that from out of the heart I gave you, my strong love shall fade away? It will leave, no eyes may see it. In my heart and in my soul it will lie deep, hidden from all, but I shall feel it open, staring in its sleep. So remember that the friendship which you now think poor and vain will endure in hope and patience till you ask for it again. Perhaps in some long twilight hours, like those we have known of old, when past shadows gather around you and your present friends grow cold, you may stretch your hands up toward me. Ah, you will. I know not when. I shall nurse my love and keep it faithfully for you till then. Such a beautiful poem. So beautiful. One of the poems I really tried my best to remember, to memorize. But you know, old age is definitely keeping me from remembering everything, every words. But nevertheless, I am trying my best. Well, you know, the woman here is so faithful, definitely so faithful, that perhaps we cannot say the same to many women today, because the woman here, as written by Adelaide and Proctor, was so imprisoned, uh, imprisoned with the love that she had for a man who had already turned his back from her. But she still promised that she would nurse that love and wait for the man to return to her, if ever the man would definitely still would want to return to her. This might not be so true today. Time time today is different from the time of Adelaide and Proctor. Women today, yes, they would be hurt by being rejected, being jilted, being uh, uh, dropped by the man they loved, but they used to love. But not so many would be murdered or be imprisoning themselves to such kind of love, to such kind of men, no? But they would perhaps be crying for week, 2 or months, but 2 months might be too long already to forget or to move on. But definitely, women today would easily move on. And much as I admire the women of yesterday, I also admire we women of today, because we know how to be practical, and women should be always practical. Women should be brave. Women should be able to fight all kind of struggles, or undergo all kinds of struggles, all kinds of trials, be it personal trials or professional trials or love trial, which is personal. And we should not be crying. We should not be making ourselves martyrs because of a man. We can always uh, stand on our own, and we can always, even without a man in our lives, perhaps to many, we can still live and enjoy life, be happy, and be contented because we are women. And women, I believe, today are more emotionally strong, or are more or stronger emotionally, and perhaps most women today are already financially capable, financially able to uh, to give themselves the best in life, even in the absence of a partner or a man. So that is how wonderful women has become. Uh, Years after this poem had been composed by Adelaide Ann Proctor. So to all women, and because this is still part of our commemoration of Women's Month, uh, keep on fighting for our rights, and let us all be strong, stronger than before, and more practical and wiser, especially in the name of love. Okay, I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel, Just Me, Amalia. Do, sub- do subscribe and help this old woman, 73-year-old woman, also uh, have her sharings be enjoyed by women like me, as well as men also, and children. Thank you so much. Bye bye.